What's up, everybody? Back with another video. So apparently Billboard.com released a whole list of the 50 all-time greatest rappers, and Ja Rule didn't appreciate it because he was left off the 50 top greatest rappers of all time. So this is what Ja Rule said. He got on Twitter and said, "There aren't 50 rappers dead, alive, or waiting to be born better than me. Hashtag icon, hashtag vibes. At Billboard. Congrats to everyone on the list. Well deserved, but check my resume." So then XXL Magazine tweeted, "Ja Rule says there's no rappers dead or alive better than him. Ja comments come after he was left off Billboard's 50 greatest rappers of all time list." And Ja Rule saw that and corrected them and said, "That's not what I said. Stop with the clickbait, goofy. I said there's not 50 rappers ahead of me, and I stand on that." So then TMZ caught up with Ice Cube, and they asked Ice Cube what he thought of this Billboard top 50 rappers of all time list. And this is what Ice Cube had to say.
I wanted to get your thoughts on Billboard just put out their top 50 rappers, and I know it's totally Billboard.
Billboard or the editor?
I know it's totally subjective, but they put you at 18. How does that sit with you? Is that good or bad, or what do you think about that?
Billboard ain't hip hop, so their opinion don't matter.
Right.
So who gives a
I mean, I agree with that. Everyone from Mouth.
So at this point, the list has went super viral. Everybody's talking about what they don't like about the list, who should have been on it, who shouldn't be on it. And then Fat Joe jumps on live to react to Ja Rule's comments on the list, and he makes his own statements and opinions on the list and Billboard as a whole. Let's listen to what Fat Joe has to say, and we'll talk after the video.
Who made this list? Billboard. Who authorized the people who made this list to say that these are the top 50 rappers? And so when you look, you say, all right, they're making a big deal about a Billboard list. And they're saying these are the best rappers, right? Forget Fat Joe, I wasn't in the top 50. Though I have... I don't know how to explain it to you, man. Culturally relevant, bigger hits. We still selling out arenas every week, but I'm not on the list, and I see at least a good 20 people. It's cool, right? But this list, there's no perfect way of doing it, right? And there's nobody. See, everybody got a friend, or everybody got who they think is the best. Or everybody got relationships that they don't want to mess up. But I don't know who picks them. It's weird to me because when I said, all right, who does this? And then I look, they actually have pictures and a video of who made the list. Now, if you look at who made the list, would you really believe their opinion for who's the top 50 and what knowledge they have? Did they pick up a crate of records when the DJs use vinyl? Did they break dance? Did they graffiti? Did they beatbox? Have they ever wrote a record or ever made a hit record? And so this is when the list gets funny. I see my brother Ja Rule pretty much say, there isn't 50 rappers that is ahead of him. Statistically, they ain't. The man got 17 number ones, sold millions and millions and millions of albums. But it's someone's opinion that he's not on the list. Who makes these guys the oracles? Who makes them the oracles? And so they said, first of all, the one I agree with them, and this is not being political, is they put Jay-Z first. Now, why do I say Jay-Z first, and I agree, is because when you historically, there's certain rappers who were the gods at the time, who had flows like nobody else. But when they got older in age, it almost sounded like to the hip, hop, hippy dippy dippy dip. It don't sound current with 2023. Now, Jay-Z just dropped the God Did, where he spit for eight minutes straight. And so, I'm just telling you, from experience. And not just because he's the richest. That's not the question. This ain't called because he's the richest. It's just I agree with it. Okay, so some of the best rappers that we ever looked up to fell off when they got older. It's just the bottom line. When they try to make new music, they use played out words, played out flows. Be honest. Okay? And so, you know what? So when I said, who makes this list? And sure enough, I found the picture and the video of who makes it. Some sisters in there, some brothers. That's cool. That right there, that picture is a form of clout chasing. Who makes a list that nobody's going to agree with any list, to be honest with you. And then they got the picture, the video up. They clout chasing on the backs of the creatives who made this culture what it is. I've never liked people critiquing or telling you what is the number one list, the number one artist, the number anything. Because, and with no disrespect, because I always bring this brother up and say he's one of the nicest today, but Kendrick Lamar over Nas. That's a serious one. That's a serious issue right there, right? And he's nice, whatever, but, you know, and so when you ask somebody, every time you see somebody say, yo, what's your top 5 this rappers, anybody, they always seem to mention Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Eminem, and Drake is like, and Biggie Smalls at 6. You know, it's a crazy thing. Like, and back in the days, these guys used to get away with this. Back in the days, these guys used to get away with the source. I'm judging the rappers. I'm judging your album. I'm this and that. Now we got our own platforms where we could talk about this. And so, yeah, no Big L, no. I mean, if you're going to because some of these guys on here don't got no hits. I know they can rap. I know they can spit. But some of these guys on here don't got no hits. So how do you judge who's on the top 50 of rappers? Because there's some guys here that never had a hit. And so what we basing it on, lyrics? So why isn't Big L on there? Why isn't, and this is the problem when you try to make this list. But the only point I'm trying to make to you is this is not law. You know, back in the day, somebody would make this list and say, it's law, it is what it is. It's not law. It's not what it is. It's people's opinion. Now, everybody has opinion, but it's not factual. It's not factual. Everyone has an opinion, but it's not factual. What do you base it on? Big Daddy Kane is way too far away. Big Daddy Kane on this list is number 20. 4 or 5 people I will push behind Big Daddy Kane. I know it's the 50th anniversary, and I'm cool. The one thing I'm cool about on this list is showing the OGs, the pioneers who paved the way, the Rev Runs, the Melly Mel's, the Latifahs, the Lights, the people who paved the way. You see, everybody worries about now. Everybody talks about now. And so they forget about the people who put it down for the culture. So I'm not mad at some of these legends that's on here because they paved the way. I'm glad that they can see through it and not just make a weird. There's some names on here that's incredible, right? And I understand Ja Rule didn't disrespect the list. He just said, You know, I tour with Ja Rule every other week. Sold out, everybody singing every word in the world. You know, Kumo D ain't on this list, right? Who else ain't on this? Is Slick Rick on this list? Slick Rick ain't on this list. I mean, but that's my preference. That's what I mean. That's the opinion. But who are these people to make this list? I mean, things like this should have been given up. Like lists like this should have been given up, and people would have get away with, yo, I made the list. Bro, we don't even know who you are. We don't know who you are. So I'm not going to take this as a solid list. I can't. Imagine somebody could pick who's the greatest rappers of all time. And then when you look at them, you say, who are you? Right? So they should say this is the greatest rappers of all time to me, on my opinion. Because this is bogus, bro. And it's flawed in many, many ways.
So yeah, I agree with a lot of what Fat Joe was saying. He was making a lot of sense, and it is refreshing to hear from somebody from the old school, OG, and a legendary rapper in his own right to kind of speak on this list. I'm gonna check this list out and tell y'all what I think though. What I think is, yeah, Jay-Z without a doubt number one. Kendrick Lamar being number two is kind of crazy to me. I just can't put Kendrick above Nas. And I can't put Kendrick above Tupac just because I'm a huge Tupac fan. So I'm biased. Don't even, when it comes to Tupac, I'm biased. I'm a huge Pac fan. So yeah, if you guys disagree with me on that, that's fine. Eminem above Biggie. Yeah, man, that's a tough one. That's and again, with these lists, you gotta realize like, okay, what's the criteria? What is the requirements? Like are we talking lyrics? Are we talking record sales, impact? It's a head scratcher, man. It's a head scratcher because we got Biggie Smalls. I feel like Biggie Smalls should be in the top 4. I don't think Big should be as low as 6. I don't think Big should be as low as 6, but you got Wayne and Drake. Now, see, if we're talking about album sales and impact, if we're talking about impact, Lil Wayne is cool right there. But then if we're talking about record sales, album sales, then you got to put Drake above Wayne and a lot of people because Drake's had the longest run of anybody. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's if we're talking, and then Kanye West is so low on the list too. They got Kanye at 11, bro. Kanye is one of the biggest artists on earth, and you got him at 11. This is totally because Kanye got canceled by all the crazy stuff he said. If Kanye never got canceled, he would literally be top 5. At the lowest, he would have been 6. He would hold he would be top 5 or Andre 3000. Man, I love Andre 3000, but him being on these lists are so weird to me because he doesn't have enough solo work to kind of like, it's hard to put him anywhere. You know, I mean, Biggie doesn't have a ton of albums either, but it's just for the small sample size of solo work from Andre 3000, it's harder for me to be like, yeah, he's better than Rakim. It's like Rakim got mad albums, bro. Then it's like, he's better than LL Cool J. LL Cool J got mad albums. Then it's like, he's better than, J. Cole. And even J. Cole has tons of albums. Ice Cube's on the list. I feel like Too Short should be on the list somewhere in here, but he's not. But I feel like Big L should be somewhere on there. Big L should be on there. MF Doom should be on there. But yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling about this because this list, I agree with Fat Joe. This list is like, it's like they just threw a bunch of names together. They took like every popular iconic rapper and just threw them jumbled on a list. Like the order of this list is weird to me. And I feel like Ja Rule should be on the list. I feel like Ja Rule should be at the very least at the 50 spot because if Rick Ross is at 50, I feel like Ja Rule had a bigger impact and had more hits than Rick Ross. So technically, I feel like Rick Ross, and as much as I love Rick Ross, I feel like Ja Rule should hold that 50 spot at the very least. I'm not saying he's the 50th but I'm just saying he should be on the list is what I'm saying. So that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, you know, turn on those notifications, man. Support your boy. I'll check y'all out on the next one. Y'all check me out on the next one, and I'll see you. Peace.